Hi, I'm Pastor Brett Wilson here at Georgetown Lutheran Church, and today is Thursday, March 24, and I am coming to you with an update about our current COVID practices and precautions. Our council, which is our leadership body of the congregation, met this past Monday night, taking into consideration our health and safety team's recommendations, as well as, and giving thanks for over 50 of you who shared your current comfort level and priorities in the survey we put out last week. Thank you for that. So our council members met and discussed, and we decided to update some of our current practices, peel back another few layers of precaution, and move forward together. So I wanted to share that with you, and I will by means of a visual in just a moment, but I also wanted to say that I know that the last 2 years have been hard. It hasn't been church like we want it to be. When we were online only, and the ways in which we've added layers of precaution and scaled them up and down to keep each other safe through these different surges. I've really missed putting communion in your hands and seeing your whole faces and getting to interact in a way that feels as warm and social as we want the church's embrace of all people to be. At the same time, I know that we're tired and we're frustrated, and we also know that these are little things. These are little things that we're doing our best to make decisions on, and we want to hear from you, your thoughts, and we are simply trying to keep each other safe and do the best for our community. So we are continuing down that road and just trying to make decisions together. And so we have an open door for communication and thoughts as we share together. So I'm a visual person, and so I made this little chart that kind of starts at the most strict and then goes, as we have talked about, this is kind of like peeling back the layers of an onion as we thankfully see lower COVID rates in our community, and we're able to peel back those layers of precaution. We're going to do those one at a time. We're not going to rip off the Band-Aid all at once, and we're trying to do it in a way that dials in our priorities as a community, particularly when it comes to worship. And so that might be a little different than we know we're all making our individual and personal choices out in the world. But for worship, we want as many people to feel comfortable coming in, and we put a value on making the lowest barrier to entry. We know we're going to continue to offer online worship through our Zoom and Facebook Live, but as we've learned in the last 2 years, being in person matters, and so we want to be able to offer that to as many of us as we can. So, like I said, I made a chart. It starts with the most strict and then peeling back the layers of precaution with the precautions over here would be the red side, and the green side is the less cautious. I think it'll make sense. Follow me here. So the first one would be online only. Now, during the Omicron surge, we had to go back online only, very high tech here. But we're glad that we're in the green, that we're online and in person. The next one is, for a while, we required better quality masks, but now we're saying any mask is okay. I'll just get my papers better handled here. Now, the next few we peeled back just recently. We added these three, made these three changes to say that going from checking vaccination cards to saying that we are continuing to encourage vaccination as a community, and giving thanks that our whole church community, as we know it, is vaccinated. We went from social distancing in the pews to sit where you like, and from RSV required to no RSVP required. Now, as of Monday's council meeting, we peeled back 4 more layers of the onion here, and that is, we are going back to having coffee and treats after worship. So Get your baked goods ready or bring some healthy snacks, whatever you would like. Sign up for it on the volunteer list. I need your help. And let's share some time together after worship. That way people can opt into how comfortable they feel, take off your mask, and share fellowship time and treats, either in the fellowship hall or outside when the weather is nice. The next one is that our choir is coming back to sing together. We give thanks for soloists who have provided great music in the months that we've shared together, but now we look forward to having our choir singing together again. And this one I'm really looking forward to. Since we first returned in person during this pandemic, we've been receiving communion in our pews, but now we will come back to coming up front to receive communion in your hand from mine and hearing those words individually spoken to you if you so choose. So we're going back to processional communion. How exactly we practice that might vary as we work on that together. I also need a communion assistant, so sign up for that. It's a powerful role to play in worship as you share that good news with others. The next one is that we've been limiting meals and fellowship together, and now we're going back to in-person meals and fellowship activities. So we're going to plan some of those. Some of them will be outside because the weather will be nice, have some picnics, but also some indoor gatherings. Look forward to brunches together and that kind of a thing. Now, we are still holding back and keeping some levels of precaution, and that means, yes, we are still asking everyone to mask here in the sanctuary for worship. And so maybe that'll change in the next couple weeks. I pray that COVID levels remain super low and decreasing, and we're able to peel back more layers of the onion. But for right now, masks are still required for worship in our sanctuary. And then the last one, which is actually a reflection of priorities and how we discuss them, we have been sharing the peace just by waving to each other and sharing words, and we're going to keep doing that for now. That one's not as high of a priority for us. It's a part of our worship, but the touch part is not essential. So excuse my nails. I'm keeping with my purple theme, but I need to redo them for this week. But so this is the update. You'll be able to find this chart on our worship page on the website. I'm going to post it on our social media as well, so that it can be a helpful resource. And if we need to adjust these, or if we get to peel back more layers, then we'll do that there. But thanks for listening, for your support, for your help, for volunteering to help in worship, and I hope to see you this Sunday.